We are back on the road, so we've done all our chores in Bundaberg today and we are heading north, heading towards the town of 1770 in Agnes Water, but on the way there are a whole lot of hidden beaches, or little visited beaches. I guess they're not really that hidden. And now we're making our way to Rules Beach, and what we're going to do there is wait till low tide and then see if we're going to be able to take the van down onto the beach to get to the mouth of Baffle Creek. And supposedly that's a really good spot for kite surfing, so we definitely want to check that one out. So we've arrived at Rules Beach and we're about to drive down onto the beach. Access off the beach looks a bit dodgy. Nigel's just walked out to go and check it out. What have you got to say about this, Nige?
Yeah, well, I've just had a nervous wee on the back tyre. I mean, we wouldn't have considered attempting this prior to our little adventure in Inskip, where we got bogged in the soft stuff. Got out, obviously. So yeah, we're kind of stretching the comfort zone a little bit here. We're currently below the high tide mark, which is not a bad thing, other than we obviously don't want to get bogged here. But I've mapped out a track where I want to attack the line straight up to a potential campsite. The issue was going to be the soft sand. Here we go. Oh, there's my line there. I've marked the line in the sand. That's the worst of it. Plain sailing, touchwood there. Yoo! At least we're on dry ground.
Well done.
We made it.
Morning, friends. So this is where we camped up last night. Don't mind Nigel in his towel there. And one of the real beauties of life in a van and camping in a van is if the spot's not great, you can easily move. Now, yesterday we had this beautiful breeze coming straight up that little pathway there and in through the van, but today the wind is coming from the north, so we're actually not getting any breeze and it's very, very hot here. So we're about to move the van a little ways so we can make the most of getting a good breeze today. Let's take a walk down there and show you the beach. It's high tide, coming up for high tide now. So down here to the south, this is the Baffle Creek, and as I said, it's called Mouth of Baffle Creek. It's a really great kite surfing spot. So once the tide goes out, it's just acres and acres of flat water here. Nigel had such a great time yesterday, and I'm sure he can't wait to get out there again today once the wind picks up and the tide goes back out. So that'll be about 4 o'clock this afternoon. We moved the van around a little bit. We've had a little bit more sun there. Hasn't been great, to be honest, but anyway, got the hammock set up and we had the chairs under there. Nigel's just gone out for a kite, so let's go down and see what he's up to. He's pretty excited because it's a pretty epic spot here. After another amazing day at the mouth of Baffle Creek campground, it's time to cook dinner. So we're just packing up camp now. There's a little bit of rain coming tonight, I think, so storm on the way. We may have to close up the van, which is never fun. It gets quite hot. Anyway, so yeah, just want to show you, we're actually now backed up to the beach. Look at that view from the bed. So we're not actually facing due east, so we can't watch the sunrise quite from the bed. East is a little bit further over that way, but we might try and get up for the sunrise tomorrow morning. See how we go. So for tonight's dinner, because I really couldn't think of what to cook, we're having a simple veggie stir fry with rice. Nice healthy meal, should be yummy. Bon appetit!
Santé!
Nigel's got a cicada, otherwise known as a...
For me, cicator.
Because he has a different name for everything.
Yeah.
Is that what he looks like?
Yeah, look at him, he's a beautiful creature. Yeah.
Noisy creature.
Amazing insects, aren't they?
Where did you find him?
He was just fluffing around under the van. Yeah.
Trying to get into the van.
Cheeky guy.
fellow.
So we'll put him on a tree.
Oh! He didn't like that. Let him go.
Well,
He's stressed. We have had dinner and now we're going out to see if we can find any turtles. So it's turtle hatching season and we're going to go and see if we can find any little baby turtles making their way down to the beach. That would be so exciting.
So cool.
So we haven't found any turtles, and we're also in an area where the king tides really affected the high tide line. So we think if there were any turtle nests here, they might have been washed away. So we're going to head back in the other direction, and hopefully we've walked up maybe 300 or 400 meters up this way, so we'll walk back in the other direction. Cross fingers. Big one, isn't he? It's like as big as Nigel's hand. He's going to bite you. Nigel! Today is our third day at this glorious beach camp, so I'm standing outside the van here. Nigel's over here pumping up his kite. This has just been absolutely beautiful staying here, and we would stay longer but we're running out of water. It's always our limiting factor. We were talking this morning when we went for a walk along the beach about how we're going to be able to collect rainwater, because it rained most of last night. So that's something that we're going to be looking into, how we can collect the water off the roof of the van to be able to stay at epic places like this for longer. And this whole beach is a conservation park, and you're allowed to camp along here. So it's wild camping, national park camping, so you just pay that national park fee. We like to stay in a lot of these campsites. Now there is one other camper which is just over there, maybe about 50 meters or 100 meters away from us, and as far as we know they're the only other people that are here on the beach. The best time for kiting here is low tide, so he's going to go and have a quick kite today, but we also need to catch the low tide to drive back out. So if you can see up in the distance that house there, that's where we need to go back onto the road. That's where we get off the beach. So at high tide the water's right up and you can't get through, so you have to go through at low tide. So one of the things that we love to do when we're camped up by the beach, of course, is go for beach walks. And this morning we walked up to where the road comes out. It's about 1 kilometre away, And on the way back, we decided to pick up the litter off the beach. Now, this is not stuff usually that people have thrown onto the beach. It's stuff that has washed up. Like there's somebody's manky old shoe. There's a lot of this plastic rope. We see a lot that's from fishing. Bottle tops is one of the most common things that we find. Little bits of plastic. So this is what it is. But if it's left, it just breaks down into smaller and smaller pieces that eventually gets ingested by fish, turtles, other marine life, which is not good for them, obviously. But it's not good for humans either, because if you eat fish, you end up ingesting all of that plastic. So it's really no good for anybody. So we want to challenge you guys. Next time you go for a walk on the beach, take a bag with you and fill it up with plastic rubbish. Walk along the high tide line and collect that rubbish, because if we don't clean up the oceans, who's going to? Thank you for helping us keep the planet clean, one beach at a time. Saying farewell to our beautiful campsite here on the beach. We're going to drive back up the beach. Then we have to pump up the tyres again before we can actually hit the road.
Yeah, it's been sad leaving here. We've had 3 awesome days, 3 days of kiting. It's just been epic. What a great spot. Haven't seen any turtles, but I saw one on the water yesterday, but we were hoping to see some turtles, hatchlings, making their way down to the water last night, but not to be. We did see up here.
We have to stop there.
We will stop. There was a post set in place saying "Do not disturb," and a turtle had laid her eggs back on New Year's Eve.
So behind that, in that pile there'd be 2,000 odd turtle eggs, and the little baby turtles are then going to have to make their way out of there all the way down to the beach. We really wish we were here to see it, but you know, obviously, as Nigel said, it's still a couple of weeks away. So, but good luck to those two.
Now for the fun part. The fun part, when you got tandem rear wheels. We're going to have to try that one again. We've got to make our own path through the dam.
See where we got stuck here.
Yes, this is all built up. Crawl out of it first. Jesus. Christ. Oh, that was nasty. Did not enjoy that. That wasn't fun. Because you know, again, it's those inside rear wheels trying to find their own path. Yeah. Right, time to pump up some tyres. See how we've made our own definite track through the sand. Yeah, getting downhill is the easy part. It's like the Everest is getting back up. Let's get to beat this rain.
And now the tricky thing, of course, is that we have to pump the tyres back up. So we let the tyres down significantly driving on the beach. And I don't know if you can see, look at that sky up there, it's black. The good news is we managed to get off the beach and get the tyres pumped up before the rain. So it started raining now and it's looking so dark. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up or drop a comment down below to let us know what you thought. Join us next time when we head to one of those places that we have been looking forward to visiting for a long time, Agnes Water and the town of 1770. It's a bare bum.